Okay, good morning DXN, good morning DXN Nigeria, good morning DXN Africa, good morning DXN Worldwide. We are back again with another informative, educative, and interactive section with DXN Nigeria, and it's a pleasure to have everybody right here with us. I remain your humble host, Samuel Zoro, Marketing Manager for DXN Nigeria. It is the last days of the month. Have you done your maintenance? Have you completed your PUV to qualify for bonus? If you have not, please encourage your team members to go and do that so for them to qualify for bonus in this month. Today, we are bringing one of our big leaders in DXN. She's a star diamond in DXN. She has been in DXN for 12 years. She was born in Alosata in Australia, now in Melbourne, Australia. She has traveled to so many places doing DXN business from Indonesia, Philippines, Thailand, and even India. She's a former director of studies of Language Institute in Melbourne, Australia. She's an academic for the past 30 and over 30 years, doing business and DXN business all over the world. Today, she's going to take us on life goals, on how to achieve them through DXN. We know her, and it's another person all the way from Australia, Mrs. PUVEN, Mrs. Dr. PUVEN, all the way from Australia. So thank you all for coming live with us. We can join us via our YouTube and via our Facebook page. YouTube channel is DXN Nigeria Official. If you are live with us on Facebook, thank you for joining us live from Facebook. I have another person that will invite her. She did a recorded version of our presentation for us so that we are not going to miss any life lessons to achieving our goals. Once more, I bring to you Dr. PUVEN, a star diamond of DXN for the past 12 years, and she has been doing the business in different countries, supporting everybody around the world. Thank you very much for joining us as I call Dr. PUVEN. Good morning, ma.
Good morning. I'm Dr. PUVEN from Melbourne, Australia. Good morning, DXN Nigeria. Good morning, everyone who's out there watching this event today. I would like to say a very big thank you to DXN Nigeria for giving me this opportunity to share my experience and my knowledge with all of you. And I hope this session is going to be a fruitful one and you are going to learn something that, one thing or the other. Okay, let me share my screen with you. All right. I'm Dr. PUVEN, a PhD holder, and I'm a star diamond in DXN. And before joining DXN, or towards the end of my career in Malaysia, I used to be an associate professor and a deputy dean of the faculty in a public university over there, UUM. And in Australia, I used to be the director of studies at a particular college, English language college. And also I used to teach in some of the universities and also colleges. And so I have been an academic for more or less 37 years, all in all, you know. And I'm also a certified performance coach with ICF, and I'm a holistic health coach and an international trainer. And I've got certifications, a diploma in weight loss consultancy, and also a certificate in weight management. And, and I'm a facilitator of Sunya meditation. I have been a meditator for about 20 years, but in the last 2.5 years, I have been facilitating Sunya meditation. I'm also a Reiki master. And And also, I run this, organize this, sorry, IOC, yeah? Icing on the Cake sessions with Dr. Prasan Dahire on Wednesday nights in Melbourne, sorry, in Australia. And I'm also an author. I've published with my academics, qualitative research book. We've already published a second edition. And I'm also a researcher. So this is my website. You can go and have a look. And this is my Facebook. If you want to, request for friendship, you can do so. Okay, now. So for the last 12 years, I have been a loyal product user, okay, DXN product user. So I've used these products every single day, yeah. The RG and GL, as you know, the Ganoderma, the Rishigano and the Ganocilium, amazing product. Spirulina, and then the Lindsay coffee, which also contains the Ganoderma. And then the Gano oil, very relaxing to use it every day. The Morinzi, which has got all these anti-inflammatory effects, it's very, very relaxing, gives you instant energy, very good for the digestive tract, hormonal imbalances, it's amazing. Huh? And then the Lindsay coffee, 3-in-1, and also the Ganozi toothpaste for oral hygiene. Huh? So we have, all these products, and you have them in Nigeria. So these are only some of the products that I'm showing here, but I have used a whole range of other products. As you know, in Malaysia, we have, more than 100 products, so I have experienced quite a lot of them, cordyceps, lion's mane, cordipine, vinaigrette, monasters, black cumin, our beauty series, Korean beauty series, aloe vera, E series, Gano Z series, all of that, no? Androgy, all of the products, because I know all of them are equally good for our overall health. Huh? Okay, these are some of the milestones. And talks. Countries. In India, I've traveled to so many cities. Coimbatore, what do you call it? Bangalore, Mangalore, in Kerala. I've visited several places in Kerala. Yeah? So many different places. I've given talks in UAE. I've been to Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Sharjah, Al Ain, and in the Philippines, Manila, Cebu, and then the northern part of, Philippines as well. Different cities, and then Indonesia, again, several cities in Indonesia, Jakarta, Medan, and other cities. Surabaya is one of them, and then Thailand, and then Malaysia, and also Australia. And also, as I mentioned earlier, every Wednesday night, I joint venture with another leader from India, and we do this IOC Zoom sessions every Wednesday. We have been doing it since last December. It's a very successful session, normally attended by people all over the world. And they learn a lot, we share a lot, and we have a good learning session, And then we also conducted this IOC, Icing on the Cake Christmas event, and our guest of honor was Dr. Lim Xiaojin. And again, it was another amazing event. We had lots of fun, lots of entertainment and singing and music and dance and all that. Everything was done online. And I also facilitate Sunya meditation in groups and also on one-on-one basis. Whenever somebody requests and they come on, Zoom session or whatever, I still go through this Sunya meditation. I take them through the sessions. And one of the major projects that I started and I sort of completed before I left the university was a joint venture between University Utara Malaysia, which I was working for many years, close to 20, 24 years. I had a joint venture, organized a joint venture between University Utara Malaysia and DXN for the sole purpose of training, young Malaysians in entrepreneurship. So a lot of staff members, management, Malaysian management from other countries also came to this university to train the students, and I was training the staff. So it was a very good, 3-year project, but when I left, the project didn't continue because there wasn't anyone to take over what I have started, unfortunately. Now, so today's topic is about your life goals. I personally believe that every single person need to know what your life's goals are. Because this is going to drive you every day. Every day you wake up, you are going to look at your dreams, and you tell yourself, this is what I want to achieve. And you are going to be internally motivated. Internal motivation is so very important. And that motivation is permanent, it's lasting, it's sustainable. External motivation is short-lived. And then today we are going to see, once you have these goals, and how are you going to be able to achieve them, So that is going to be my talk. Your lives. What is your life's goals and how are you going to achieve them? Now, so the first thing is, most of you are DXN members, or some of you might be DXN prospects, but you need to know what is the reason for joining DXN. Why do you want to join DXN? Do you want to acquire? Do you want to own a house because you have been renting for a long time? And now is the time that you are thinking to buy a house, or you have already got a house, but you want to upgrade and go to a better house? Or you want to accumulate money, you want to save money, so that you can pay for your emergencies, pay your bills, you can pay for your children's education, save for your retirement, whatever the reason could be, but you want to save money, so that could be one reason why you have joined DXN. And the other could be, you have not traveled from where you live, and you are just, your desire is to travel with the family, and so forth. And you can also do that in DXN. They give you this traveling opportunity for free, international travels. Once you qualify in terms of your sales quota for the year, you can qualify for certain international trips that is planned and organized by the company. But other than that, if you have got other travel dreams that you want to attain, then that could be the reason. For example, you want to visit the safari in Africa, or you are thinking about how nice it would be to drive a Merc, the brand new Merc or something, and that is your dream. Or you could be, traveling on public transport and you don't have a car, and that could also be a dream. Or you want to upgrade to another car, a second car or a third car, whatever the dream is. Or the other thing is, you are thinking of, going overseas and studying at one of the best universities in the world, like the University of Melbourne, which is in Australia, where I studied. I did my PhD there. And or maybe you want to send your children for education overseas in a Western country, or in a local university. So all that you need money. So everybody has their own dreams, but you must know what your dream is. because that is going to drive you every day, yeah? To do whatever it takes to achieve your dream. So now you have got your big dream. Now, so what is the next step? So in order to achieve this big dream, you need to have goals. So once you have the goals in place, then you have to start taking action. Now let's look at goals first. So this we call them, SMART goals. So your goals have to be specific, not too broad or, too vague, too general. So you have to be specific. What is it you really want? And it could be, within a time frame of 3 months or 6 months or 12 months, like somebody maybe wants to buy a motorcycle, for example, within the next 6 months, and then you work for it. So measurable, it has to be measurable. You can see the results, yeah. It has to be something achievable. That means that you can achieve it, because so that you don't come up with a goal that is unachievable. Something that is unachievable is really going to be very, very demotivating for you. So it has to be achievable, and because you would know when you start talking to your uplines or your cross lines or your mentors, they will tell you whether whatever you have stated as your goal is something that you can achieve within that timeline or not. And then so it has to be like realistic, yeah, and also it has to be time bound. So you have to work within a time frame, whether it's 6 months time frames or 12 months, or is it 3 years or 5 years or 10 years. And so you have the short-term goals, intermediate goals, and also long-term goals. And also in terms of ranking, as you know, when you start off DXN, you start as a distributor. And again, you can actually, like have a goal. When do you want to achieve the status of star agent or star ruby and star diamond or triple diamond or crown diamond or crown ambassador? Because once you have this, then you can break down your goal into this kind of different time frames and then work towards it. That is very important. If not, you don't know in which direction you're going, what you're going to achieve, when you're going to achieve. It's just like just moving along the road, just driving round and round and round, but you don't know what your destination is going to be. It's just a waste of time. And waste of time, waste of energy, and it's very, very demotivating. So what are the success factors in DXN? One, the selling part is very important. In DXN, what are we doing? We are actually selling ideas. Selling ideas, for example, we are educating people how to achieve their highest potential. How do you achieve your highest potential or be your best self? And we're also providing, selling solutions to their problems. It could be a financial solution, or it could be a health solution, or it could be, a travel solution, whatever. Yeah. So we are actually selling solutions to their problems. And then the second one is about your mindset. I will go through this later in detail. And we are also going to look at wealth principles, and then solution focused and intent, and the success formula. So you need to know all of this so that you can go along the right path in order to be successful in DXN. So we are going to go through each one of them. Okay. So selling is one of the world's highest paid professions. And so if you're good in selling, you can actually achieve anything. So if you're good in selling your ideas, people will be drawn to your ideas. Same thing, if you're good in selling the products, whatever products that you are offering them as solutions to their problems, they are going to want to buy what you're saying. They will be persuaded by what you are saying and move forward with it. So, and it is one of the highly paid professions. And then we come to the mindset. It's very, very important, your mental attitude. So your mind can be the biggest obstacle to success. So whenever you have the thoughts coming into your mind which are not empowering you towards your success, you have this little voice in your head that is telling you you can't do it, you're not good enough, or something like that. And you totally have to ignore them, and just cancel them out, push them away, because they are not going to help you. So you have to train and manage your own mind so that your mind do what it is supposed to do. Yeah. So it is very important for you to practice Sunya meditation daily. Sunya meditation is extremely important because it helps you to reset your mind to attain peace and prosperity. So once your mind is reset, you feel much more calmer, and then you start attracting a lot of things in your life because you are operating from a space of peace. And without attachment, you do not have any attachment to the outcome. It just happens. So this Sunya meditation was actually taught to me by our CEO, Dr. Lim Sin. He taught me this practice personally. And also I would like to thank my other mentor, who is Dr. Rajesh Savera, who has been very, very helpful in giving me the kind of knowledge and answering my questions. And any doubt, clarification, both of them were always there to help me out. So I'm very grateful. And this has helped me to teach a lot more people in different parts of the world. And also it has given me a lot of transformation in my own journey. Okay, now next we move to the wealth principle. This is the wealth principle of willingness. So you have to be willing to do whatever it takes to be successful. You have to be unstoppable. Remember, you have your dream. So you want to attain the dream in the time frame that you have set yourself. So the only way you can achieve that, if you are willing to put in the effort that it takes for you to be successful. So if you're willing to do what's hard, life will be easy. You work hard at the start for 2 to 3 years or 2 to 5 years, and then life is going to be easy because you have got a very, very strong foundation. But if you're willing to do only what is easy, life is going to be hard. Life is going to be difficult later. So remember this. Now, if you want to move to a new level in your life, you must break through your comfort zone and practice doing things that are not comfortable. That is very important. If you stay in your comfort zone for too long, you are not going to grow. You are not going to progress. You need to step out of your comfort zone in order to become stronger, in order to grow, in order to attain your life goals and your life's dreams. So when can you do DXN, or who can do DXN? As long as you are 18 years old and above, you can start doing DXN. No one is going to stop you. The decision is in your hands. So you can do DXN while you are studying high school or at university, or at colleges, you can start doing DXN. As an employee, in order to earn extra income or to look after yourself, to have better health, you can get involved in DXN. As an employer, employers are usually very, very stressed out because they're working so hard and they've got to manage people and all of this. Employees and employers, same thing, and maybe they're looking for a second source of income, or they want to retire early. So they can be involved in DXN to support their health for the fast-paced life that they're leading, so they can get involved in DXN. So you can do DXN part-time, you can do it full-time, or you can do it every time. You decide because it is your life, your destination. And anybody can do DXN. Anybody can be involved in DXN. The educated, the uneducated, the poor, the rich. You can be from any religion, any nationality, any part of the world. It doesn't matter. DXN is offering you the opportunity to be healthy, to be wealthy, and to be happy. It is all in your hands to take up the challenge, to take up the opportunity and do it. So the rich, and let's look at what the rich and successful people do. They do not focus on the problem. They focus on their goal. Okay, so they spend their time and energy strategizing and planning the answers to challenges that come up. And they start creating systems to ensure that the problem doesn't occur. Like in DXN, there are already a lot of systems established for us to just plug into the system and just do it. Just follow the system to be successful. And many people have had amazing success stories for the last 29 years. So there's no reason why we cannot plug into the system, follow the system, and also be successful as our mentors. So action is the fundamental key of all success. Zero action, zero results. So the next point, the next factor is intent. So you have to invite your prospects with such pure intent, and the intention has to be to help someone. And you must take all the actions necessary to make your intent a reality. So when your intent is to help your prospect, you will profit from it. This is what Tim Sales says. He's a multi-level marketing guru in America. Now I want to go through the success formula by Bob Burg. He says there are 3 simple principles to drive your success. The first principle is seek out and find information. For me, it's like finding knowledge, seeking knowledge. So in DXN, how can you seek knowledge? We have a lot of mentors. Our upline, our crossline, our management, DXN management team, our CEO, all of them are there to give information. They have supplied us lots and lots of information, lots and lots of knowledge is available. And all you need to do is seek them out. There are, Zoom sessions taking place in all the different parts of the world, in different languages, literally every day of the week. And then there are webinars, there are books that you can refer to about network marketing, about professional development, books written by people like, Mr. Fatimi Ghani, or books by our CEO, Dr. Lim Xiao Jin, and also books by Laszlo, the Crown Ambassador. And there are so many other books around that you can refer to, and then seminars, and then recorded recorded trainings in YouTube clip, in whatever language. You can find them, videos, audio programs. And if you want to get a personal mentor, just go for it. See who is the most successful in your upline or cross line, and approach them and just follow them, and get whatever information and knowledge you need. So do not hesitate to ask. If you ask, you will get. If you don't ask, you will fall behind. So this is what I did. I sought information when I first started DXN 12 years ago. In the first year I joined DXN, I went to India, and this is our Crown Ambassador, first Crown Ambassador of India, Dr. Ratna, and Professor Vasupal, Dr. Ratna. So I sat down with her in the Chennai office and started interviewing her. Why, how she has become successful, and what is how is DXN products beneficial to people, and all of this. So I had a personal interview with her, and also I went to Dr. Ranjan's clinic, in Adyar, India, and I also interviewed him. And this was my first trip alone to India, but because I was so like a desperate and hungry for knowledge. And so I went all the way from Malaysia to India. I flew in and I met all these people whom I don't know at all. But I met them and I found them to be very, very helpful in providing me with the information and knowledge that I needed. And again, here you can see Professor Vasupal. Yeah. He was also giving me a lot of knowledge about the entrepreneurial side of it. And then I also met Dr. Malati Ramani in Chennai. She's a gynecologist, a family physician. And, this is in a house. And I learned a lot from her and also from her husband. So this is about seeking knowledge. And then, a few years ago, I actually visited Dr. Siva in Malaysia, and also 2 days in a row I went to seek knowledge. I just like observe what he was doing in his clinic and learned a lot, asked him questions, and and this is how, if you want knowledge, you can get it. It's up to you whether you want to do it or not. Nobody can force anything down your throat. You have to do it because it is your life. Your goals, your dreams, your destination. And then once you have learned, what do you need to do? You have to apply the information immediately. You have to internalize and teach it to others in your team. You don't have to be perfect, but you have to start applying what you learn. You take notes, you use the notes, and then you teach others. Do not delay. Knowledge that is not applied is utterly worthless. You won't be able to remember. You won't be able to use it effectively. So you duplicate, you model the strategy and the system that have been used by successful people who have attained the results that you're dreaming of. So this is what I did. Whatever I learned, in Malaysia. So when I was in India, when I first joined, I was given an opportunity to share, and this is what I did, the sharing. And then when I went to, this is in Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi, again, I did a session, a presentation there about whatever findings from the interviews that I did with the medical doctors. In India, I shared my findings with different groups in United Arab Emirates. And this is when I was in Kuala Lumpur. Again, I only corresponded with Dr. Hassan via WhatsApp, but I made a point to get in touch with him. Then I visited all his teammates, and we had a wonderful roundtable session. Because this is, again, sharing. You share whatever you know with others, and you learn from them. So we have members, from Yemen and from Libya. So what did Napoleon say? Napoleon said, Napoleon is the author of Think and Grow Rich. He said, do not wait. Do not wait. Time will never be just right. Start where you stand and work with whatever tools you may have at your command. And better tools will be found as you go along. So do not be a perfectionist or waiting for everything to be perfect before you even start. To use whatever you have and then keep on moving, keep on progressing. Just follow the footsteps of our CEO. Started as a very small, DXN started as a very small office, a very small place in Alustar, where I come from, where I was born. And from there, just look at look at how widely it has expanded to all the different continents. So we have customer base in 236 countries, if I'm not mistaken now, and 10 million distributors, independent business owners are taking these products all over the world. How amazing is that? If Dr. Lim had waited and waited and waited, we would never be where we are now, because he started with whatever he had. So never ever say, I'm not sure. One day I will do it, later, next week, another day. Keep on postponing. You have to do it now. Now is the time. And use all the business tools. In DXN, we have so many different business tools for you to use. Now we even have our own personal website, which you could use to recruit and sponsor people from anywhere in the world. Like in Australia, we can also do retailing using our personal website, and so many others. They have, you have got your brochures, your marketing plan, and all the video recordings, like Facebook live sessions of DXN Nigeria. So many guest speakers are coming and training you via online, via Zoom sessions, and this is amazing information and knowledge that you can get and share with your prospects. Everything is done for you, so you just have to use them effectively. And principle 3 is be persistent. So one trademark of successful people is that they don't let excuses deter them. They determine what is it they need to do and they do it. Okay, be persistent. Do not give excuses. Don't make excuses, but make progress. Okay, excuses and results do not go hand in hand. It is one or the other. Other quotes from successful people: those who have made it to the top have simply gone through the process of doing what's necessary more times, with more people, and in more situations than those who have not succeeded. Okay, you keep on repeating and repeating and repeating. Keep on doing it. So they have fallen down more times and has been told no more times, and thus they have gotten more yeses. The more no's you get, that means you are doing well, because you are learning the art of prospecting and closing and all of that, and then you get a yes. And that is how it works. Not everyone that you are going to meet is going to buy your product. Not everyone that you are going to talk to is going to join you as a member or become a DXN distributor. So you have to sieve through, you have to filter, you have to and practicing and practicing, and then you will find people are saying yes. And this journey is it's very very what do you call it, enriching. It's very enriching. It's developing you as a person. Your your personality grows, your communication skill grows, your negotiation skill grows as well. So success starts with a burning desire inside of yourself, and the determination to never quit on it. Once you have made up your mind, you just keep on doing. You will be successful. Because DXN has proven this again and again and again for people who did not quit. It doesn't matter what age they are, they still become successful because of the burning desire and the determination to never quit. So while you're doing DXN, there will of course be so many not good stories. That's not good stories like, rejection, after putting in a lot of effort, you can't get even one person, or you can't even get one sale for the day, or, and this is an opportunity for you to reflect on where did you go wrong, or what could have been done differently. And again, you have got your uplines, your sponsors, your cross lines, all the other leaders. You can ask them questions during their session and relate and share your own experience and your own stories, and see what you've learned, what is the lesson you have learned, and you treat them as an opportunity to learn, and you teach others the lesson, so that they can actually move on smoothly or faster, having learned the lesson that you are teaching them. Because a lot of people, I find, including myself, I like to reinvent the wheel, and there is no need to reinvent the wheel because people have done it. You just have to go into the sessions, the trainings, listen carefully, take notes, ask questions. And one of the ways that they are doing it, one of the mentor's ways will really resonate with you. And then you hold on to that method, and then you duplicate, you follow their system until you're successful. Because every leader has got their own style, own rationale for doing certain things. And of course, we have the system already given to us by the company, but how you do it depends on your personality, your style of doing it, your preferences. And some of the leaders out there, you might resonate with them, you want to go along with them. Go for it, And you can't expect your team members to follow exactly how you're doing it, because each one is an individual. And, the more you can advise them to do it, and they might have their own variations, which is fine. At the end of the day, as I said earlier, it is their dream, their goal. You guide them, and then both of you will enjoy the results. Now, I'm going to go through this inviting formula, the 6 steps. Tim Sales is a retired millionaire sales professional from the US. So this inviting formula was actually created by him. The 6 steps is a very powerful formula, which I would like to share with all of you. So the 6 steps are: first, you greet the prospect, and then you qualify the prospect. You invite them to look at your business or the product. Then you handle questions and objections, and then you close to action, and then you follow up and follow through. Now, this greeting the prospect is not just saying hi, hello. It's much more than that. And qualifying the prospect, I will just go through all of them in my next slide. Okay, how do you greet? As you know, these days during the lockdown pandemic period, a lot of you are housebound. You can't go out and see people face to face. In some countries you can't, other countries you can. So you have got all these different tools that you can use in order to start talking, having this natural conversation with people, So you can call them on the phone. You can video call, invite them to your video Zoom sessions and one-to-one sessions, or you can meet them in a cafe in those countries where you're allowed to meet face-to-face. So in all these pictures, what are we doing? We are actually engaging with people. We are trying to know about them, trying to understand them, genuinely understand them, like, what are their issues, what are their interests, and try to find some kind of common ground with them. So you create a rapport with them. So you're just trying to become friends with them, genuinely interested in them as a person, and that is very important. Okay, so this is basically, so for example, in, like we say, the prospecting. Firstly, prospecting is very important. Prospecting. So you have, you need to have a prospecting list, which is important. Yeah, that is the lifeline of our business. Prospecting list. So 50 to 100 people, just list down all those people who brush their teeth every day. All those people who drink coffee, who have their showers. Who drink tea or juices, who wash, who put, like apply oil and all of these things, So 50 to 100 people, I'm sure you can find people who brush their teeth and drink coffee and, take, vitamins to keep their bodies healthy, who are not eating vegetables and all of that. And then based on this list, you start talking to one to two people every day. Every day you start calling them up, find out how they are, have a conversation, about, find out what their interests are, what's happening in their world, things like that. And then in 1 month, you would have spoken to at least 30 to 60 people. So among all these people, some they are not interested. Others, they are showing some kind of interest. Maybe they are into health, or maybe they're having some kind of financial issues, or things like that. And you can more or less determine which direction you can actually provide solutions for them. And then you make appointments with this 10 or 20 people. And then make an appointment. That means you have got your, your tools ready to talk to them, to talk them through the process, whatever information they need to know in order to solve their problem. Okay. And then among them, maybe you find, and you might get out of the 60 people that you've spoken to, if you can find like 25 people, 25 people who are loyal consumers, for 5 products, then you can start getting a stable cash flow, cash in hand every month, because once you start selling the products to them, you get retail profit. And even if they sign up as a member, getting the products, using the distributor's price, you are still going to get, everybody is going to get, the PV, and the PV is going to generate into bonus. Okay, now this one. So you have an open conversation with them. And that is important in a story. Find out what the prospect desires. And so this is important. When you have this open conversation with them, you find out, what the prospect desires, what their wants are, what they are not keen on, what they don't like doing. And so you get the person to be willing to talk to you freely and openly. So once they start talking to you freely and openly, then you hear more about them, or they are, because they treat you as a friend. And so you get more information about them. So there are many ways of doing it. It depends on your personality. There's no set rules. This is how you have to approach them, and all this allows you to find out more about the person, and that person will also want to find out more about you. That is how you establish a good rapport with them. And greeting, you have to master the skill. This is very important. You want to be interested in the prospect, not interesting. Remember, you have to be interested in them. So you need to know like what kind of work they're doing. You start with threatening topics, like their interest in travel, or how is the COVID situation in their country. Are they affected? How is their job going? Is it affected by COVID? How is the family coping with such things? Just get a conversation going. And then you find points of commonness, and then you start. You can see that they are actually opening up more and more, and start talking to you freely. So how can you do this conversation? Now you can do it in many different ways. You can start the conversation in WhatsApp, or you can start the conversation in Facebook, and from the Facebook, you can bring them to Messenger. You can also start talking in Twitter. So it depends on which ones you're comfortable with. Mine is usually Facebook and Messenger, and also in WhatsApp. I don't use Twitter at all. Now remember, weak greetings with prospect will give you only surface responses, which might not help you move forward smoothly. So if this greeting is not done properly, you do not really know your prospect. You do not know what their pain points are. You do not know what is it that they don't like doing, or what their, life's dreams are. You don't know this. And then when you try to push, you tend to be more aggressive in your approach, and people start, running away from you, so that is not the right way of doing it. So you need to make sure, even if it takes a longer time, it doesn't matter. Even if you need to have this conversation with them going for a week or 2 weeks, or sometimes 3 weeks, it doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, you are really going to know your prospect in and out. And that is actually going to help you to help them, to find solutions for their problem. Remember the intent. Your intent has to be pure intent of helping the other person. Then goes to the second stage, which is qualifying. So qualifying is to find out what the prospect wants, needs, doesn't want, as it pertains to your business. So what you do is you connect their needs and wants to what you have to offer. Okay, if they are talking a lot about their health issues, or health issues of their families, then DXN, they've got a range of products in Nigeria. For example, you have the spirulina, you have the RGGL, you have the coffee, you have the Ganoderma massage oil, Morinzi. So as you know, all these products actually help you to keep yourselves healthy, super healthy. You have got 30 to 50 trillion cells in the body. So the more you take these products, the healthier you are going to become. As you know, these products are not drugs, not medicine. They work on normalizing, detoxifying, giving the nutrients that your cells need. So you can connect these products to whatever needs they are talking to you about. But if they are having financial issues, for example, during COVID, a lot of people have lost their jobs or earning very little income. They can't sustain their family expenses. Then you can start showing them the marketing plan of DXN, and how they can start earning what they need to do in order to earn the kind of income they're looking for. What are the steps that they need to go through in order to earn this income. Initially you teach them how to get the products at discounted prices, free products, and how they can actually change their brand from the unhealthy to the healthy, and how they can, start sponsoring people, duplicate what they're doing. Use, share, and build. USB. USB. Keep it simple so that everybody can understand this approach. And then 3 things you do once you've identified your prospect's needs, wants, and don't wants, you have to write it down. You have to remember it. And then you have to think about the information that you have received and bring it up often throughout the conversation, you know. Yeah, I remember you saying about your lack of energy. How is it going now? And this is the solution that I have for this. It has worked for many people. Why don't you give it a try? You know, I still remember that you were having so much of difficulty paying your rent this month. And I've got a very good solution for you. Are you ready to take up the opportunity? Can I show you how you can earn this amount of money to help you pay your bills? So you have to keep on reminding them, bring it up often in their conversation. It is important because that is their pain point, and you want to help them to resolve their issues. And then after qualifying your prospects, you invite them to look at the business or products, and depending on what their needs are. Now let them review the information, and then you have to let them review the information. If you're sending them, like some product knowledge, or you're inviting them to a Zoom meeting to educate them about how the products work, the business opportunity meeting, all this is important. So once you've gone through them, gone through these tools with them, then you can get some feedback from them, and then and if they have got any questions, or any objections, you try to deal with those objections and those questions, because people ask questions because they are not sure. They have doubts. Okay. And usually they object because, again, they lack information. So when they object, that you have to give them more information to clarify their doubts. That is very important. Get the prospect beyond the questions or objections which are apparently stopping them from attaining what they have stated they want, need, or don't want. And one of the good ways of doing it is to have a script. If they say this, then this would be a response. If they say they don't have time, and how would you respond to that? If they say they don't have money, how would you respond to that? So you have a script. You have the script, and then every time they say this, you can just give the same response and again, and then you would have memorized it by then. Now, when you are dealing with questions or objections, you have to validate everything your prospect is saying. It is important. Validate them. Yes, I agree. I understand what you're saying. I know how difficult it is to have no money. I know you don't trust MLM company. I understand that you've had a bad experience, and then you give your clarification. But DXN is different. It is a very stable company. It has got all these international accreditations. We have been around for 29 years. Things like this. And never argue or disagree with them. Because it is just going to spoil, to strain your relationship with them. So don't argue. Don't disagree, because that is not why you are communicating with them. And also very, very important, don't talk bad about another company, because you do not know 100% what that company's products are about, and all of that. You don't have to venture into that area. Just keep the conversation to this company. If they ask you opinion about another company, you just say, sorry, I don't really know about these products, and I'm not in a position to comment about them at all. All I know about is only about these products. You ask me any questions you want, I can help you. Help you with the information you need. Now, explain the benefits of your services and your products. And remember, benefits are very important. And you can cut down on the features, but focus on the benefits. And if the person says they're not interested, If the person said, I'm not interested, you know, again, you have to thank them. You just said, I enjoyed talking with you. I understand very well this is not the right time for you. In case your situation changes, can I stay in touch? Ask them for permission. Maybe maybe I send you a text message or an email. What would you prefer? Is that okay with you? And then if they say okay, and then you get the email address or their phone number, so that you can go on to the next step, follow up and follow through. Now, follow up. You do the follow up because you want to contact your prospect, and then move them on, move them towards what they have stated they want or you don't want. So after having this conversation with them, showing them the slide or whatever, you know, some people might not want to sign up there. They want to think about it. Let them think about it. Don't be too picky. And then let them think. Maybe they want more information. Give them whatever information they need. And then you follow up with them. Okay. And then follow through. When your prospect indicates readiness to act, they say, yes, I'm ready. Then you follow through with them by delivering what they need. You get the forms ready. You show them how to register online. Sometimes they might not have a computer, you know, their phones might not be able to do that for them because it doesn't have proper connectivity or, you know, memory or whatever. You just take down the information and you can register for them, help them out and make it as simple, less stressful for them. That is important. Yeah. So, you know, you get that organized and then, you know, you can contact the office on their behalf. You know, you teach them how to do it. You know, they can observe how you are doing it so that they also can become independent. But you need to show them the steps one by one because newcomers, they've got a lot to deal with. Yeah. So you take them step by step and baby steps so that they are comfortable doing it on their own later. Okay, how to get the starter kit, what they must do to get the starter kit. If they have registered online, they've got a free DXN ID with the online registration. How can they purchase a starter kit? What do they need to do? Do they need to fill up a form? You know, all that you need to tell them, you know, and how many PV of products they need to buy in the first purchase. And then close to action. What is the purpose? To conclude or complete what is currently being said or done and start putting your prospects' needs into existence. So once they have got their starter kit, they've already signed up as a member, and then you start giving them, you know, whatever education they need. For example, product knowledge or marketing plan knowledge, and whatever that you have agreed to help them with, you know. That is important so that they don't get stranded. It's not just a matter of, you know, signing them up as a member and then you just leave them on their own. No, you don't do that. Or you just put them in the hands of someone else and ask them to take care. No, this is your business. It is your, you know, it's your responsibility to take care of them, you know. And you can, of course, get the help of your upline, your sideline, or whatever, but you have to take the sole, you know, responsibility of helping them. Okay. And then, you know, if they need any help, you know, because you are more well versed than them, then you know how you all can work together. Remember, your uplines are always there to help you because it is a, you know, it is a win-win situation. The more you help your downline, the more you help your team members, they will grow and you will grow as well. Okay. Now, so the take-home message, don't give people solutions if you can't give people solutions if they don't have a problem. So that is why at the start, the natural conversation, the greeting part is extremely important and qualifying your members. Never sell what the prospect won't buy. If they say they're not interested, it's okay. Just thank them because they don't need the product, right? Even if you say to them, it is only going to be one-time sale. They're not going to use the product. It's just going to sit on the shelf. They're not even going to use it or tell anybody about it. Okay, so don't sell them what they won't buy. Okay, but ask for referrals. Can you say, do you know anyone who might be interested in this product? Do you know anyone who has got, who are having some financial difficulties? I would like to help them. Ask for referrals. People are more than happy to give you referrals. And then follow up a few months later, if not interested now. That is important. People might not be interested now because of their circumstances, but if you follow up a month later or 2 months later, the circumstances when it might have changed and they might come on board with you. Okay, success comes with undivided focus. So you have to be single-minded, undivided focus. Don't look right, don't look left, just look straight into DXN. You have to have the courage. Go beyond your comfort zone. That is important. And you have to get the knowledge. Many people think they can do DXN without going for trainings, without getting the knowledge, without getting the information. You are actually deceiving yourself. It doesn't happen that way. Any business, anything that you do in life, you need to have knowledge. You go to school, you have to have knowledge. You get the knowledge and then you put it into application. So why should it be any different with DXN? So knowledge is the key. You need to get the knowledge. You need to get the information and then apply it. And you must have a never give up attitude. You have to be unstoppable. Whenever any negative thoughts comes to your mind, disempowering thoughts comes to your mind, you have to say no. Do your sunya practice every day.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Puvin. I think we're having some technical issues with her. She has almost rounded up. That's the last part of presentation. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for all your opportunities you've given to us so far. We've learned a lot. We've learned a lot from just what you've given to us so far. It's been amazing, amazing, amazing. So everybody, keep doing DXN business, keep learning the strategies of excelling, of improving and achieving our goals through DXN. Let us not forget, this is the last days of the month of June. Let us encourage our members, our team members, our prospects, even our downlines to complete their purchase. So, like Dr. Puvin said, let's follow up on all our team members to make sure that they complete their points so that they can get their bonuses for the month. Thank you very much, everybody. This is the last section of the month of June. We are starting the next section in the month of July, next week, Tuesday, with a very powerful and international speaker. He is a crown ambassador. So stay tuned to this DXN Nigeria Facebook page and even our YouTube channel so that we can always have information. We have also commenced our weekly Zoom meeting, WhatsApp Zoom meeting, where we can communicate one-on-one with me, so that every Monday by 12 noon. So if you are on WhatsApp, you have a WhatsApp group, communicate with me privately, so we can always share the Zoom link to your group, because we're going to be holding it every Monday by 12 noon Nigerian time. So we're going to be teaching on the PUVEN, teaching on the therapy, teaching on product knowledge, teaching on the marketing plan, so that our prospects that don't have the opportunity to watch us live during our Facebook and YouTube live show, we join us on the Zoom meeting. Thank you very much, everybody. DXN Nigeria, we have promos already lined up for us. Let us not forget to leverage on the promos. We have Spirulina 500 working. If you buy Spirulina 500 one, you get the black coffee or the 3-in-1 coffee free of charge. Also, if you buy the Spirulina 500 one, you get either you get Morinzi free. So let us leverage on these promos and encourage our prospects and our downlines to use these promos as soon as possible, because it is there. We also have our free delivery for within Nigeria. If you make purchase of 150 PV, personal purchase of 150 PV, it will be delivered to you free of charge. Also, if you make a purchase of 500 group PV, it will be delivered to you free of charge. So let's make use of these promos. Also, we'll have our downlines, our prospect outside Nigeria, within West Africa. We are also doing 50% discount on their delivery fee. So DXN is giving all the support to all our members and our prospects and our team members and our downlines all over the world. So from us here in DXN Nigeria, I want to say keep living in health, wealth, and happiness. In all our viewers all over the world, from Malaysia, from Philippines, from Nepal, or from India, from USA, I say that Malaysia, also Mombasa, thank you very much. From Germany also, thank you very much. For Pakistan, wow, from Peru, we are going so many, we are spreading from this place, because DXN is one word, one market, one family. Keep living in health, wealth, and happiness. I remain your humble host, Samuel Zoro, Sales and Marketing Manager for DXN Nigeria. Let's do this again next week. On Monday, we'll be having our Zoom meeting, our Zoom training. So let all your downlines or your prospects in the group be aware that our Zoom training has started every Monday by 12 noon, and on Tuesday, our Facebook Live show continues. Thank you very much. I remain my humble self, Samuel Zoro. Keep living in health, wealth, and happiness.